Uh, give me. Nah, okay, yeah. I'm just gonna beep for a second once this is ready, because I was trying to get set up. Sorry. Yeah, let's go ahead and go, and then I'll blip for just a brief second, and then a little bit once it's ready.
Hopefully you didn't hit the button yet.
I did. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are here, welcome into what is the third session of this D&D campaign. I am here with Ian.
Hey everyone, I'm Ian, and in the campaign I am known as Matori, who is Russian.
Then, let's see who's next on the list. I am sorry, I am trying to find people's things. Then Ash.
Hey everyone, I'm Ash. I'm going to be playing, the character formerly known as Alvra. I'm changing the name to Inessa. She is a drow princess.
Then we have Crow.
Hi, I'm Crow, and I'm playing the possible future handbag known as Bob.
Then Sniper.
Howdy ho. I play the character Holden named Sniper. He's a shifter rider for the day's sake.
So then we have Pelly.
I is Pelly, Pelly is I. I play Kahuna, and she's as sweet as blah blah blah. I play Kahuna, she's the Southern Belle.
Then we have Rumple.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rumpelstiltskin. I am one of the DMs for the co-DM for this session, this campaign. It's really excited for everyone to see what we've got plotted for this evening. It's gonna be fantastic.
And finally, last but not least, we have Haley.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Haley. I am the DM of this campaign, and before we go into what happened last session and what needs to happen this session, why don't we get a wonderful hand for our streamer, Kebab?
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yay!
Kebab!
All right. DM, why don't you go ahead and give us a little bit of a recap on what happened last week?
I think we missed one character there, Kebab. I was trying to hit it off for you.
Fine. I am Kebab. I play a bard named Andy. So, yeah. DM, why don't you go ahead and give us a recap on what happened last week?
So last week was very fun, very wonderful. I actually messed up and I was not able to rewatch it, but it was kind of stuck in my head anyway. And where we ended, for people who don't want to go back and watch it, they were exploring the town and they met the orphans of the city. And the way it ended is our Gator Boy here just faced off with a royal guard. And he and the Drider Shifter just killed him in plain day, broad daylight, in the middle of town. So, as we started last session, guys, you have gotten a full rest. You guys should be all charged up, all healed up. As there is a very loud noise from outside the shack where you guys have spent the night.
Alvra's going to take up her bow and head out in whatever direction the noise came from.
Holden just grabs one of his swords and basically preps the door just on the safe side. If the door does get kicked in, he's the first to make sure no one gets out.
Bob will walk out.
Bob's the one who's outside and part of the noise. So Bob and Holden are both currently involved in the noise.
They were both in the shack to rest. at the end of the last
Oh,
set.
okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Everyone covered. Okay, continue.
So Pelly, Ian,
Kahuna's just gonna pause and just slowly turn to the door and just look back to the orphans and just go, alright, everything's all good. Our guardian Gator and Holden is gonna keep us all nice and safe. Now let's settle down, children.
and Ian, because Matori was taken to the shack, so he would hear this loud noise.
I know, I was just getting myself prepared, sorry. Yeah. Matori would... Sorry, let me catch my breath. Whew. Matori would look to the noise and look to the children, seeing how they are taking the noise outside. Are they taking to hearing?
So for those who walked outside, a familiar face, along with several unfamiliar faces, would be waiting, as Queen Atara is waiting with all of the other guards. I'm sorry, I missed. Andy, did you have a response real quick to the loud noise?
Andy would look semi-shocked, try whip around to see where the heck the noise came from, then remember that he was standing in front of the orphans and say, "No, don't worry. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay now. You're safe."
So then, like I said, those who went outside, the Queen Atara has gathered with the rest of the royal guards. And she is just looking at Bob and Anessa at this point. Because I think, did anyone else go outside?
Nope.
Matori was outside, but not near the fight.
No, like, did you
Seeing the queen. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. My bad.
No, go ahead.
Seeing the queen, Anessa would kind of look over to Bob, just kind of sadly, knowing there's going to be repercussions before she puts her arm over her chest and offers a small bow. Your Majesty.
And Bob's response to seeing this?
He's just gonna stand there.
Bob, bow. She's a monarch here. You need to show respect.
I get the feeling they here for me.
I want somewhat of a confirmation. I believe there's another one we're here to talk to as well. What was his name? I believe Emily called him Holden before you guys left the palace.
Yes, Your Majesty. I'll go fetch him, and she'll turn around and head into the tent. Holden.
What? It's just like that immediate sword just drawn towards the door, and then he just slowly lowers it. What do you need?
Hey, I have not been hostile towards you. Please do not be that way towards me. But the Queen is requesting your presence outside as well.
Well, first off, I was guarding the door just on the safe side. Second off, very well, I'll be out in a sec. As Holden just, as she just tells her this, Holden starts shifting into his other form, his more humanistic form. And then he slowly exits the little tent. Yes, madam.
I just want some confirmation right now, really, before I decide what to do. Some of the guards returned quite terrified, claiming you two killed Ronan.
Bob will just reach into his bag of holding and pull out the half-eaten corpse.
Holden pulls out the 2 arrows that he shot at him. You mean in these?
As much as I would have much rather you guys continued on the quest, you have committed murder in my kingdom. Guards, arrest
Bob
them.
steps forward. Now, with all due respect, Holden ain't done nothing. I was the one that done killed him, man.
Bob, what you talking about? We both as guilty as anything.
You was helping a friend in need. You ain't done nothing wrong. I was the one that killed the boy.
That's not entirely how the guards said it happened. Now she's gonna turn to one of the guards. Would you repeat for me the story you told me when you got back to the castle?
Guard's just gonna kind of like stammer because he still remembers seeing Holden in his actual form, and he's just still slightly terrified, even though he's not the one on the spot right now. He's definitely like, oh God, what have I gotten myself in the middle of? And he just stutters. The both of them attacked Ronan, Your Majesty. They slaughtered him without second thought.
As the queen now turns to Bob, this is the story I have received. Would you like to tell me your side if there is a fact or two missing?
Sorry to interrupt, but is it alright if I do something right now?
Absolutely. Go for it.
So Motori, after listening into all this, he comes out the shack, and he heads towards the lot, standing next to Bob and Cabal. Your Majesty, with all due respect, may I say something in this part?
Very well.
I must say, I did see the battle happen, but one thing I have to say that the guards seem to have failed to mention is that neither Cabal nor Bob were the ones that were the true threats. Ronan, as you called him, was threatening the safety of the ones inside this place. And he just gestures to the shack. Bob felt the need to protect them, and Cabal felt to help in keeping them safe. If by all means you think that is a bad thing, and that engaging in combat for the sake of children, poor children, is a bad thing, then by all means, see what has happened to these children, and then decide their fate. Shall we agree on that, Your Majesty?
2 seconds, guys.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment, Boulder Boy. Best let the accused also have their word now.
I know.
I second that, bud. But
I'm
As
sorry,
you
Frank.
two are gone. Sorry.
Okay.
As you two, I don't know you the best, but I know you had good intentions. And while I'm not one for making friends, I know a good deed when I see one, and I defend it till its death. You have honor and pride, but you use it in the right mind.
Well, thank you for that, bud. But
Anytime.
we'll see. We'll see how our hand's been dealt in a matter of moments.
As at this point, hearing all of this, you see Emily come out of the shack. As bad as it looks, Mother, Ronan broke protocol to the point that firing him wasn't going to work. He would have been put to execution anyways, had you... Come inside and see. As the queen is, mulling over everything that has been said, she looks to the guards. Hold those two until I get back.
And the guards are gonna nod and surround Bob and Holden. A couple of them will poke him with a sword.
As at this point, Queen Atara would enter the shack.
Kahuna's gonna look up and go, "Oh, Your Majesty!" Do a quick little courtesy bow and just go, "Welcome to a not so humble abode, Your Graciousness." "Oh, no, it's okay, little one. She shouldn't hurt you."
Andy will simply bow his head and move out of the queen's way.
If I am to understand this story correctly, one of these children has been hurt by one of my guards. Which one?
Why, that be this little one right here, as she holds up Elizabeth?
Isabella.
Isabella, close enough. Come on now, Isabella. Her Majesty ain't gonna hurt you, not a hair on your head. Not with Kahuna around. Let's show her all those boo-boos that mean man gave you, shall we?
Real quick thing. Is Anessa in the shack, or is she outside with the boys?
Anessa would have followed behind the queen.
Okay. If you just watch this queen, she hasn't really shown any full emotion around you guys. As she notices what Ronan did, you see her go from a straight face to almost like Bob, straight anger.
Tori enters behind. "You see what I mean, Your Majesty."
Guards, release them.
Without even a second thought, the guards will just step back.
As she will step forward again to them, I suggest you guys leave through the western gate as soon as possible. The rest of the city may not be as understanding of the situation as I am.
Holden pipes up and just says, "Well, thank you. But I do need to go collect my supplies that are left over by the Merchant Guild. If you think it's if you think it's suitable, you can have some guards follow me."
She will nod to 3 of the guards, make sure he gets his things, and then escort them all to the western gate.
Kahuna quickly pipes up. And what of the little ones?
I
What's
will
gonna
move.
happen to them?
I will move them into the castle until a proper building is built for them.
Well,
Bob's
then,
gonna step up to the queen, just stand directly in front of her.
Yes.
Ma'am, with all due respect given to you, you're a fucking hypocrite.
Now, Bob. Be respectful, at least. I get it. We just
That's all right, but no, that's all right. Let Bob explain himself. Let Bob explain. What is the one thing this city has ruled itself on?
And how would one know of balance if there is not, on occasion, imbalance?
Then your city is not perfectly balanced. This is now the second time a crime has gone unpunished.
You sound like you'd rather be executed. Should we arrange that?
No, not executed, ma'am. This is the second time a crime has gone unpunished in your fair city, both from the god and now mine. Holden innocent, he was just helping out a friend in need. He was coming to the defense to aid. Mine was aid as well, but I let my emotions get the best of me and the man ended up dead. Imagine what else is going on in your city without you realizing it. So while you sitting there hoity-toity like calling out balance, get off your high horse and start looking around the city proper now. Black and white ain't the world. There's a lot more color in it. Fucking hypocrite.
As I said, I suggest you get out of my city as soon as possible.
By the end time, it won't be your city no more. Nature always comes back. Remember that. You have a fine rest of your life now, ma'am.
At this point, besides the 3 guards that she left to handle helping Holden, the queen and the guards will leave, as Emily is just standing there, just doing the whole, her fingers are pinching the bridge of her nose at this point, just like...
Hi there, sugar. You've joined at a grand old time.
We should, like she said, get out soon. As soon as Holden is back with his stuff, I suggest you get that stuff quickly. I don't think her mood is going to be very good for much longer.
Well, I'll get my gear as fast as I could. All right, you 3, come on. Well, the night turns evening, where's nighttime more. Come on, let's get.
Anessa will hold up her hand.
Yes?
I do know a shop that's been selling potions. I asked her and she said she should be able to outfit us all with some. They're just quite expensive, so I wasn't able to get enough for everyone.
I will go and grab them then, put them on the castle's tab to help all of us at the moment, because it seems we might need some bail money while we're on the road.
I'm sorry, what is a castle tab?
One of the guards is going to raise their finger. Ma'am, princess, is that such a wise idea with your mother's mood, ma'am?
She wants us out of her city. She wants us properly supplied to handle the other kingdom. I would say that health potions are a pretty needed supply.
If you say so, ma'am.
Kahuna, would you like to come with me? I could
Sure
use some.
thing, sugar. If we're gonna be lucky, we're gonna be lucky in style, I say.
I will be right back. I'm switching over.
All right. So while he's doing that, Emily will look to Andy. Keep the little ones and the others out of trouble, man.
I will, ma'am.
She'll
Kahuna's
simply.
gonna turn to the rest of the group. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Kahuna's gonna turn to the rest of the group and just glare at all of them. Not a harsh glare, but it's like a stern mother glare, like, for the love of everything, please. Points to Boulder. You stay here and don't wander off. Points to Anessa. You stay you're doing great, sugar, love ya. Points to Bob. I swear to all hell. Gator skin looks nice on people. Please, Bob, just stay right here. And Holden better hurry on back. Alright, Emily, let's roll.
As
Bob
Emily
just
will.
has a giant toothy grin on his face.
That gator's gonna be the death of us. Gotta get lucky. I swear, Emily, I swear.
You're not the only one who thinks that. Right. So let's go find the potion merchant then, real quick. Holden, how's it looking on you guys gathering your cart?
Holden's just like tearing everything down, and he's putting everything in his wagon, or more into his bag, and he just looks towards one of the guards. All right, now everything's packed up, unless you want to become chow for the gator. Think we might want to move.
Guards are gonna glance at him nervously and then like look towards the castle and then look back at him. And they kind of just push the cart in his general direction and say, "You got it," and just off.
Yeah, as they look over, they just see Bob put the half-eaten corpse into his pot and then lift the pot over his back.
Oh god, can we find another way to describe that, please? Just a little bit. Something a little
The
bit.
remains
looks
of
over-
the day.
Holden looks over to Bob. Bob, if you want to throw it on my cart, we can make it easier for you.
Lunch.
I had a figure, but you could put the pot on my wagon just on the safe side.
No. Lunch.
Farewell, then.
As Kahuna and Emily do come up to the drow, who is yet again mixing another potion. Although this time, as they approach, it poofs smoke in her face and she just starts coughing. Gosh
me?
darn it! This time.
Are you okay, sugar?
I'm fine. How can I help you guys? I'm simply going to not.
Oh.
Go ahead.
See, we had a friend, another, a drow, yes. A friend Asena stopped by, said you had potions for us, sugar?
Ah, you're the ones. She said there were 6 or 7 in your party, correct?
Yes. Sadly,
Right.
the rest of the group is, delayed right now, so we're here to pick up.
Right. She immediately looks to Emily like, payment now or later? As Emily just looks, just see the queen. She'll get you your gold. We just would like the potions for our friends. Right then, the 14 on that shelf have been reserved for you guys.
Marvelous. Thank you, sugar.
As Emily will open her bag of holding and start putting some of them in.
Kahuna will do the same. Matt, this bag is just quite marvelous.
A wonderful little enchantment to hold everything. I think that's all of that. We better get back before Bob decides to chew on another guard.
Oh, heaven help us. Right, let's move. Thank you, Sugar. As Kahuna turns to the shopkeep. You've been a grand pleasure.
She will simply give a nod. I don't know why words suddenly hard, but words hard.
I feel it.
So, but she will simply nod. You two have a grand adventure with your friends.
Oh, we're sure in for an adventure. Hell could be better, but you know what? Things are going just peachy now, ain't it?
You said it, Kahuna. Let's get on the road. By the way, as while we're walking back here, I showed you my favorite romance. What's your favorite story?
I have too many to choose from. I did find this one book, something about a tale of a shadow or something. That was a really interesting one. But the book I did bring with me, as she shows you this golden-crusted, leather-bound book. Pages are weathered and worn as if it's been read 1,000 times. Why, it's the most mysterious story ever. A princess who really isn't a princess, but was raised to be a princess. It's a whole thing. I love it. Oh, and the mystery love in the end. Sugar, I could read this book every day of my life, which I have.
Well, you'll have to read it aloud around one of the campfires eventually. Looks like they haven't broken down the shack any further than it should be, and that looks like Holden's cart.
Oh, thank heavens they're all in one piece. And why the hell is Bob putting that corpse in the pot?
Do you really want to question it?
Emily, is it too late to turn around?
I think it is, hun. So she said the west gate. That's gonna be that direction. Does everyone have their cloaks still? Or do we need to...
Cloaks.
Oh, I got all my sugar.
Well, Holden pipes up and he just tells everyone, "Let's go if y'all want me to make y'all something to keep y'all warm." Come on,
I will be fine. I'll be fine. Thank you for the offer, though.
All right, one's clear.
I got all new garments myself. I'm all good over here, sugar.
It was clear. He turns to Bob and says, "Bob, you want something more to keep you warm? You think that cloak's gonna do?" Die.
Bob's just gonna shake his head.
All right. You there, musical guy.
I think it'll be fine. Thank you, though.
All right. And then he turns over towards the drow. You need anything else before I get all the other materials that I had left over here packed up?
And you're talking to Ash's character, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Ash, can you hear us?
You did? You good? I think we may have lost one. Oh, shoot.
I think she may have fallen asleep.
No, she's been
she's
talking.
been going
Not
in
to
and
sleep.
out. She's just muted right
She's
now.
trying to fix her computer.
No, I was trying to be like in universe, like looking over. I think she
she's
may have fallen asleep.
She's
and
doing that standing up.
but we found Matori standing up, and we were able to pull him around. Holden,
How are you
was it-
able to lift me around?
I didn't lift you. You were literally standing. It was so easy to grab your arm and pull.
And then that
Fair
helped, and
enough.
it became 10 times more easier.
Ash, are you okay over there?
You good, Ash?
Don't forget it is push to talk.
Yeah, no, sorry. My freaking phone was acting up. I was trying to switch over to my laptop, and my laptop's just not having it. I'm all good. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay. Basically, Holden asked your character, do you need anything like any other clothes that he needs to sew up for you very quickly?
She just kind of looks down at her armor and her cape that her cowl that she has on. The weather hasn't been seeming to bother me too much. I think I should be alright for right now. Thank you, though. I appreciate the offer.
All right, then. There's room enough for at least 2 people to sit in the back. Well, I pulled a cart.
I'm good to walk. I've done plenty of patrols myself. But if anyone else wants to take him up on that.
Nah,
Not
I
enough
could walk
room.
to do you good.
I like to stay to the ground, keep my eyes open and everything. But again, thank you for the offer.
I'll be fine, thank you.
Very well, then. He just turns towards Bob and he goes, Bob, you ready to sit? Take a seat? Keep out of the snow?
Bob will take a seat.
There we go. That should gather everybody. Let's get over to the Westgate. What does the Queen say?
Westgate that leads to the Wandering Wood. Yeah. I believe she expects us to pass through Abdul to get a ship.
Very well, then.
A ship? We're gonna be sailing? Oh, now I'm even more excited. Let's go, y'all.
I'm fine. You were gonna say, Ian?
Matori just does a little grumble. We're sailing, are we?
I'm not even gonna point out the fact that we've said the kingdom is across the sea several times. Anyway, it's this way.
Like this. It's whatever. Let's mosey on before it gets nightfall again. Come on now.
She will lead them to the western gate, and it's actually kind of strange. While the city is covered in snow, the forest just seems to be alive, like it hasn't even changed from spring.
Oh.
Hey, would you look at this? Not many times you see green in the snow, unless you're from the south. That'd tell you everything.
It looks like home. How's this possible? Wasn't it all just powdery white over there?
Who knows?
Any response from Matori, Anessa, Bob?
He just stays quiet and looks at it.
Bob has pulled out one of the books he got from the library, the first volume of those journals he found and is reading it.
Ash?
She's just kind of keeping
That was
close
one
to the
on
cart.
the herbs, correct? Oh, sorry, Ash.
Go ahead, Ash. I'm gonna answer Rumple in DMs.
She's just kind of keeping close to the cart, keeping an eye out on everything, just trying to be as observant as she possibly can be. Trying to just see if there's anything they need to worry about down the path.
Well, daylight's wasting, I guess. We should probably get a move on. Andy, do you have a traveling song, perhaps?
Why, it's funny that you ask that. Make sure that I have things set correctly so that y'all can hear me.
Time.
Well,
Working on it. Hold on.
this
Switching
is
microphone settings.
interesting. You're good.
Oh,
Absolutely
a
here.
jingle.
And into the twisted wood we go. We're seeing creatures here below. Nobody knows how we will end up here. Darina guides our travel plans. She keeps us safe from flying hand. We look like shadows now and then. We're guided by her. Guided by our friend. We know we'll be safe in the end. Our journey perilous, but we will persist. In this twisted wood we go, many twists and turns left to go. We watch finds and things that could trip us up. The sun, it does not reach down here. With honor we shall persevere. Into this twisted wood we go. We're seeing creatures here below. Nobody knows where we will end up next.
Wow, that was just awesome.
You know, I almost forgot about her. I haven't read about her in years. You know,
What
There
are you
might-
talking about, sugar?
he mentioned Divinia.
Who?
Yeah, she's sitting there kind of thinking for a second before, past all of you, there is a dark black arrow. It passes by Anessa specifically, really close to her ear, before sticking to the ground. And I will immediately begin looking for the picture for you guys. This is... Hold on, I'm going to have to open your chat and check the picture again on your list. Where did it go? It's funny, I can find it any other time, but I cannot find it right now. Again, why is this the way? Anyway, reactions to the arrows.
Do I?
Oh. No, you're good. Go on. I was coughing for a moment.
The arrow flies right past her, right?
Right, this is the signal one of the thing we were talking about.
Can she tell where, from where it landed, where it came from?
Roll me a perception check real quick. I'm gonna put this in
If the skill is has a white dot, does that mean that I have advantage on it, or does that just mean I'm proficient?
That means you're proficient. If it's a
Okay,
dot,
just wanted to make sure.
okay, if it's a dot, it's a proficiency. If it's a dot in a circle, that means you have expertise. But if it's a dot that's half filled in, that means you're half proficient.
Yeah, it's just a white dot.
Then yeah, you're proficient.
Oh, if it's completely blank, then it's just a regular old stat.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. I'm so
so-
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. That
Image-
is what we're here for, is to learn and to have fun.
Image number 2, Duckman, by the way.
Gotcha. Pulling it up.
I got a 21.
So, yeah, you can tell that a certain person is perched in the tree, kind of just smiling down at you when you lock eyes with her.
Oh, seeing the arrow being shot at her, she's gonna spin on her heels and aim her bow with an arrow directly at where the shot came from. Oh, I know who. Okay, yeah. Seeing who it is, she narrows her eyes and gives a small growl a little bit. You know better than to be so reckless, sister.
What in time? What? What?
Yes,
Alden
but-
goes, what? What a moment.
Any other reactions, real quick, actually?
Andy will look at her confused and think, what in the...
Bob's reading the book.
You had that
Perfect
prepared,
sense
didn't
of art.
you?
What, the beep? Yes, I did.
Nice.
Good one.
That was fantastic, by the way. I love it.
Thank you.
So, Matori was saying, I believe.
No, he was. He didn't say anything. I just made a comment on that, but I guess Matori's just gonna be looking at the person as like, okay, then. I guess as long as the fight does not break out, I will be fine.
Holden.
Holden just looks towards Vanessa and just goes, what do you mean, sister?
Bob.
He's reading his book.
As the drow will... Hold on a second, let me do a roll here real quick. Not the best acrobatics check, but not too bad. She's gonna swing herself down, do a little small flip, stick the landing, but you're gonna see her stumble just a little bit. Well, you know me. I'm always up for a competition, sis. Now, who are your companions? You haven't introduced me to anyone that you've met up here yet.
She kind of just at her as instead of letting her bow go tight, she just kind of aims off into the woods and fires her arrow before slinging it back onto her shoulder. She looks to everybody and I'm sorry. She just kind of folds her arms. What business is it? What business is it of yours, sister? It's rare to see you up on here, up on the surface. Did Mother send you?
Why, yes, she was kind of concerned about you. Just, we heard that there was a little bit of a power struggle up here or something. I don't really know. Mom just sent me to check on you. Hi, guys, I'm Katrina. I'm her sister. Well, half sister.
How do you do? Why does this feel like Something out of a storybook. The hell?
Holden just goes, well, it's not like it's my brother dealing with me. So, howdy.
Oh, I feel that. We're brothers.
Andy, Matori.
Andy will look at the situation and go like, this seems like something I should write lyrics about.
Ooh, I'll help you with that.
And Matori.
As long as you don't cause trouble for us, then I don't mind you being here. If you wish to tag along, go ahead.
Oh, no. I'm not here to tag along. I just came up here to see what was going on. And it seems like you've gotten yourself a little quest, sis.
I have more than just a quest going on right now, but yes, we are going to be traveling.
Well, I'll be sure to let Mom know. Do you keep a lookout? I know that there's a tiefling playing a lute out here somewhere, and a temple with a couple of, I think they call themselves Nature's Assassins. I don't know.
Nature's Assassins. Would this be anything that I would recognize or anything?
Not really. This isn't known to almost anyone at this point. This is kind of lost knowledge at this point. Emily even said she didn't really fully remember the goddess, and there's a reason why. Yeah.
For Andy, he'll have a slight moment of recognition as he thinks he's heard something about this in some lyrics that he's heard before, but nothing will really click for him.
Like I said, the major one I think you should look out for is the tiefling. Like I said, she's been playing a weird song, something about kingdoms and shit. But if everything's okay, I guess I'll just return to Mom and let her know that you're okay. Any idea how long this quest is gonna take?
I have no idea how long it'll take us, but do let Mother know that, we may be in, if this quest goes well, we may be able to start trading with some of the surface kingdoms. I was able to speak to, the queen herself and her daughter as... I'm so sorry, I can't remember. Was Emily with us?
Emily is with you, yes. She's just not answering.
Oh, okay, so she's not saying anything. Okay, cool, then yeah, okay, never mind. I did speak to the queen, and she did say she would be interested in opening up some trades when things got a bit safer up here.
Well, all that being said, wonderful to see you guys. Sorry for the arrow scare. Just showing my sis that I can still shoot.
I guess
I
your
would be-
aim's getting better?
Ash, you were saying?
I'm sorry about that, my bad. Yes, dear sister, maybe next time a hello instead of an arrow shot by my face. You don't know, I may not be so wary and send one back the other way.
Fair enough. And you always were the true shot out of us two. As for my aim getting better, that was a lot closer than usual. Had it hit properly, I would have torn some of her cape.
A torn cape ain't no worry. We got Holden to do that, to fix that up. Right?
I specialize in sewing and making fabric, so anything that gets damaged or wrinkled or cut, I can fix.
Well,
There you go.
I best be on my way. It looks like you guys have a reading gator there. Did you drag him out of the swamp? I didn't think you'd been up here that long, sis.
He is a companion, not a pet, sister.
Oh, my apologies. And she's got this like little smile because like companion pet doesn't matter to her. She finds it hilarious that you're traveling with a gator who's reading a book.
For comedy's
Holden-
sake.
Holden
Did
pipes
Bob
up
put
and
on glasses or anything?
Oh yeah, he's got them little round old man glasses on his snout right now, like right at the tip of the snout.
That's how it- oh God. Anywho, Holden just pipes up and just says, "Now, with all due respect, madam, I don't think you want to piss off that gator.
Oh
So
no,
I
no.
would just be kindly just walk along."
There was no intention to piss him off. I've never seen a gator read. Then again, I've never seen a gator.
To accentuate the little reading point, you just see Bob lick his thumb and then turn to the next page.
As she sees this, she's just going further at her sister.
Claw.
She's just gonna look at her sister and she's like, okay, so you're traveling with 2 humans, it looks like. Wait, does Holden look human right now?
Yes, he is in his humanistic form. And yes, he is pulling his cart. And no one's questioning this, and I'm finding it hilarious.
So
We'll get to that later.
you're traveling with 3 humans. One seems abnormally strong. A boulder and a gator. And oh, I'm sorry, I missed a human. Hello there. And he's just gonna wave them off and just look at Andy kind of like, I want to keep moving.
First of all, don't make fun of our swamp puppy. He will eat you. We've watched it firsthand. Second of all, Kahuna literally looks at Holden for a second and just turns back like, that's an issue for later. Third of all, we're burning daylight. Don't we have a thingamabob to do, like get through these woods?
Right, we should probably check out the temple. There might be something useful to us there. I think I remember a map. Yeah, no, it's just 3 more hours, maybe, that way. Like I said, I passed by it. You're probably gonna pass by the tiefling a little before you get there. Sis, you be safe and come back to the Underdark in one piece, please?
I will, sister, and I'm sorry for the hostility. The arrow spooked me a little bit, I will admit. Please, send Mother my warmest regards and let her know that I'm safe.
Of course, sister. And with that, she kind of just jumps into the trees and vanishes. As Emily's just rubbing her nose again, like, oh my god.
This really does feel like that really unexpected plot twist in a storybook.
Let's see if we can avoid the singing tiefling if possible. As much as I'd love to make a new companion, this one's got enough songs for 10 years.
Andy will
I mean,
just
we couldn't
smile
start
and just
again.
Andy will just smile and laugh to himself.
And Kahuna was saying what now?
I mean, we could start a band. I think. Is that what they're called,
Well-
bands? At least orchestras.
We'll see. Boulder Boy, you doing okay over there? Do you need an icicle?
I am alright. Thank you for the offer, though. But like the Southerner said, we're burning daylights. We might want to get moving.
She'll nod and, start moving again. As she chooses to walk beside Andy at this point. No, don't jog. Go ahead, Ash.
I'm sorry, I swear to gods, I have the worst possible freaking timing. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Keep going. It's okay.
Vanessa's just gonna kind of sigh to herself as she shakes her head and she's gonna go a little bit further ahead of everybody. She pulls up her cowl and she kind of just starts getting lost in her own thoughts. So she starts trying to track the area.
They just see Holden just tucking the cart very easily, just moving along.
Kahuna's just gonna eye Holden, like eyes going wide, like, how in the hell? And then it looks like she relives a memory for a second, and her eyes just get even bigger, like, oh. And she just tilts her head and follows alongside Holden, but doesn't make much comment, just quietly watches and thinks.
And if I could get a perception check from all of you, I need to go to YouTube and grab a link real quick.
Oh, Lord, help us all.
Kebab, you do have a way that this can be
Yes,
heard
yes, I do.
in both the
Yes,
both
yes, I do.
in the stream and here. Okay. Pelly passes.
Stand by.
Crow passes. Ash.
I'm setting that up. Give me just a second.
Oh, Kahuna actually sees the world around her now.
Actually, she's gonna hear something.
I'll take it.
That's 20
19.
from me.
Awesome. So everybody is going to pass this. So Kebab, I'm about to DM you the link to the certain song.
Got it.
And there we go. I'm sorry, guys, but I will not grace you with my singing voice because we all know that it sucks.
No, how dare! I have heard you sing. How dare!
Just let me know when it's ready to play for everybody because everybody gets to hear it.
I'm loading up Discord on laptop right now. Give me just a second. So now I pull down this. Switch to this. Here we go. I apologize if this is loud in advance.
Walls, they shine with equal splendor still above our humbler halls. I watch them from my window, but their bright entrancing glow reminds me of the freedom I gave up so long ago. The royal circlet of bright gold rests light lightly on my brow. I once thought only of the rights this circlet would endow. But once I took the crown to which I had been schooled and bred, I found it heavy on the heart, though light upon the head. Although I am the head of state, in truth I am the least. The true queen knows her people fed before she sits to feast. The good queen knows her people safe before she takes her rest. Thinks twice and thrice and yet again before she makes request. For they are all my children, all that I swore to defend. It is my duty to become both queen and trusted friend, and of my children high and low, from beggar to above, the dearest are my heralds who return my care with love. The dearest are my heralds, swift to spring to my command, who give me aid and fellowship, who always understand that land and people first have needs that I may not deny. So I must send my dearest friends to danger and to die. A friend, a love, a child, it matters not, I know indeed that I must sacrifice them all if there should be the need. They know and they forgive me, doing more than I require. With willing minds and loving hearts, go straight to grasp the fire. These tears that burn my eyes are all the tears the queen can shed. The tears I weep in silence as I mourn my herald's dead. Oh gods that dwell beyond the stars, if you can hear my cry, and if you have compassion, let me send no more to die.
Alright, you can cut the video now if you would like to, Kebab. So, I think you all know who you have come upon now, but I am going to get you the image of her nonetheless, because as she finishes the song, she does come into view. So, do we have any reactions to the song before she notices you guys?
A tear or two fall from Andy's eyes as he hears the song, realizing that it's foretelling.
Well, Ola just pipes up, and just very quietly piping up, and just like, that was a beautiful song. Not much you hear back up here, apparently.
Kahuna has her head tilted and her eyes closed as she listens to the song, not quite fully understanding some of the lyrics, as they don't really make quite much sense, but lovely tune to her.
Anything from Matori?
He's just standing there, and the others can tell that the song has touched him in some way or another.
Anything from Anessa or Bob?
Anissa kind of just wipes a tear from her eye as she falls back with everybody else.
Crow, does Bob have any reaction?
Bob just seems to be muttering to himself.
Her eyes are closed, as she's finishing the song before she opens them, kind of just to take a breath for just a moment. And then she's going to notice that you guys are standing there. And she's gonna suddenly kind of, I wasn't aware I had an audience.
Holden just pipes up, said, "Very beautiful singing, by the way."
Thank you. My mom taught it to me a long time ago.
Very interesting song. Did she write it?
I believe so. I haven't ever been able to ask her that question, unfortunately. Yeah. So what brings you guys to the Wandering Wood as she gets up off the log that she's sitting on?
Wow, we're adventurers. We're on a mighty fine quest, you see.
Emily's going to smile because she knows exactly who this is, but she's not going to say a word. As the tiefling's going to suddenly take notice of Andy's instruments. You play too?
That I do. That I do.
Oh, you must play so wonderful venues if you guys travel like this.
So you would think. So you would think.
She'll tilt her head before looking towards, like she's looking everyone over at this point. And her eyes just kind of light up at both the Earth Genasi and the Drow. It's been a long time since I have seen someone made of earth like that. And I think you wouldn't happen to be related to Katrina Bainray, would you?
I am her sister, actually. I'm Inessa Bainray. Pleasure to meet you.
And Ian, you were gonna say?
Matori is still very quiet, just looking at the person that was singing.
Well, my name's Pearl. The last name's never been very important. Where are you guys traveling to? You guys said you were adventurer. Is that a gator reading a book?
Yep, that's our swamp puppy, Bob. Don't mind him. He's in his own little world.
Well, we best just leave him alone before he gets peckish.
I'm not one to disturb a good book reader. I just haven't seen. No. She's just gonna look at Holden. Hold on a second. You're just pulling the cart while it has him and probably several other things in it?
Yeah. It's fairly light. And not much in there besides fabric and a gator with a spot.
I see. Oh, like I said, where are y'all heading?
We're heading across the sea. Need to get to some island to find buried treasure. like pirates is.
And yet I don't see Lady Dagger's symbol with you guys.
Lady who?
Lady Dagger, she sees over most pirates. But I'm going to bet that you're not going after buried treasure. If I know anything about the kingdom that is in the direction you're coming from, you're probably headed off to handle, oh, what did they call it? Krigsland? Word around these woods spreads pretty fast.
No, you got us. Tied us in a very damn good knot, don't ya?
I've been in a conversation with the spirits who protect the forest, and we've heard a little bit of Queen Atara's desire to make sure the Queen Kyra's ideas do not spread too far. I must say, I kind of admire it. As bad off as Paravel is, Krigsland can be quite chaotic. Rumble, I'm sorry, can you take over for like 2 seconds? You know who this is. You know what she's saying. I gotta do something.
Okay. Pearl's just gonna keep looking around, and she doesn't really. It doesn't really seem like she wants to give off a whole lot of information, but she does kind of seem like she knows a lot more than she's telling.
Holden pipes up and asks, well, seems like you got some knowledge to spare. Let's say you be. What are we thinking we walking into?
Thanks, Rumple. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess you're checking back over.
I did say only a few seconds. I just needed to handle something real quick.
Alright. Well, you know what to do next.
I mean, I'm sure everyone's heard the story of the wars that have been raging through.
I haven't been up on the surface for too long, so I haven't quite. Would you mind explaining just a bit?
Krigsland and the Shadowlands were at war for at least, I think it was about 2,000 years, until Lady Lena came into power and settled it. Although there's a bit of tension on the greater power side. As I mentioned, they've gotten a little chaotic. Someone new came into I don't even know what you want to call it, a pantheon, whatever it is. And he's been changing things. And not entirely for the better, according to the people.
I just hear that from behind them.
Oh! Another visitor. You know, some of you guys should really stop sneaking up on me.
Oh, good heavens, now what?
just a second. I gotta pull up the picture.
Yeah, because I don't even know who I'm dealing with now. We got about 4.5 hours. Okay, so who am I dealing with? Yes. I was hoping you'd pick that one.
So, from out behind a tree, you just see this whole elf step out. And you can't quite place. While he looks like he's in his 30s, 40s, something about him seems just absolutely ancient.
Very old.
And incredibly old. And he looks very kind, very charming. He has just this incredibly calming presence with him. But yet there's a part of his smile, something about the way he interacts with the world that you could tell that in an instant he could just react for a fight, and he's more than prepared.
Let me guess. Father sent you to keep an eye on me again.
Thankfully for you, I'm going to talk to the Queen about your stepsister.
Which one? I have like 3 now, maybe? I don't know. I wish Roby would come back, darn it. Oh, right.
The one who rules a kingdom. That's who.
You mean the one who rules the kingdom they're going to visit? As she motions to all of you.
Father, brother,
His eye
stepsister.
is going to cut over and look at the group and then look back at her. Well, this is interesting.
I'm sorry, you were gonna say Kahuna?
Fathers, brothers, sisters, all of this family tree. How do you do, mister? You said something about father ruling the kingdom?
My sister rules Krigsland, as it were. My father runs the Shadowlands.
The shadow what now?
The ones that have been at war with Krigsland for at least 1,000 years. My father is the one who put an end to that.
Oh, well that's great news. Ended a war. Good. What does that say for us planning on traveling to that mighty fine land, though?
She's gonna look over at, the old elf, kind of like, are you going to let me speak, or are you going to shut me up?
He just kind of folds his arms and just like crosses them, just leans against the tree and smirks. No, don't mind me. Go ahead. I'm just here to observe at the moment.
Well, like
See
I
him
said,
light a pipe and start smoking it as he leans.
like I said, since he took over and ended the war, so to speak, Krigsland's been quite dangerous. Let's put it that way. My sister.
So, continue.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, continue. Sorry.
My sister seems to think that because father is on her side, she can get away with almost anything. Unfortunately for her, she disappeared about a month ago, I believe. Or was it 2 months ago? She's just looking back at the old elf again.
He doesn't say anything. He just smiles. He's just enjoying this entire scenario. He finds it incredibly amusing.
Holden just pipes up. And may I ask, why must this cause the war to stop?
Oh,
Coughs on his smoke just a little bit, and then he just waves it away as he continues smoking.
you know that's bad for you. Anyway, to address your question, the King of the Shadowlands before him sought to rule over this world, and I believe my sister thinks she can pull that off, honestly. She's been expanding her army quite a bit lately.
So, your sister is who we are, is who we have to find? Is anyone else getting that?
Yes, guys, please. This has been Kelly and Sniper talking to Pearl for most of it. Does anyone else have anything to say at all?
Andy
Bob's
just
reading. He ain't being talked with, so he ain't answering.
Andy just silently nods.
Bob is in his own little world currently.
And he does what now?
Andy just silently nods.
Okay. And then Ian, you lit up like you were going to say something?
I've not been paying attention to most of this.
Ah, lovely, lovely.
Heck, man.
Lovely.
We're
I
like,
am
we're,
so sorry.
we're dropping lore.
We're doing a lore drop, we're doing a reveal, and you're just off and on.
My attention span is not great.
Yeah, no
You have
shit.
the attention span of a gold. Anyway, before this gets any more off track, Ashla, were you going to say anything?
Alfred's just been kind of sitting, Anessa's just been kind of sitting back and listening to everything. She's taking it all in. This is all kind of new to her and everything, so she's trying to make mental notes of everything.
Kahuna, seeing that Boulder Boy seems to have just zoned out, basically explains, so you know how we, the queen of that balance place just sent us to go to this other kingdom to get info about this other queen? Yeah.
Yes.
So it turns out this other queen is that girl, Pearl's sister, and that guy, I don't even know his name, haven't given us a name, beside the point, his sister as well, and she's gone missing. So we're basically on a wild goose chase, because this girl's apparently missing, and I don't know how we're supposed to stop these chaotic tendencies, she says with quotation marks, when the person we're looking for is missing.
The elf sort of waves off some smoke. You're correct on most of that, except for the fact that she's my sister. She's
Another one of his wards. He was supposed to keep a closer eye on her, but apparently somebody got into the palace and got away with her.
Excuse me, but I've been off planet for the past 2,000 years with my wife.
Oh, so goody. How is she doing, by the way? That wonderful little... What was she? A shadow puppet? Was it a shadow puppet again? Or was it the Dark Lord's kid?
I'm sorry to interrupt, whatever, but You, and he gestures to the male elf. What is your name?
He smiles. He says, I have many names, but most call me Heindel. I guard for a lot of my friends. It's something I do, so that's kind of a nickname that I've been given.
You guys, hold on. I have to go grab my dog. She's barking. I have to go figure out what it is she's barking at.
All right, we will fill. Yeah. I'm sorry, but that reveal has gotten the best freaking reactions out of like any reveal we have done. And that's one of them.
So, let me get this straight. We're going to a land to try and get information from a queen who has seemingly been kidnapped or has run away with someone. And we are planning on now trying to save said princess or queen because we just run into their family who has just told us this information to stop us from possibly getting killed. Am I getting things somewhat correct?
I personally, in all my familial opinion, could care less if she was saved. I'm just a little irked that somebody didn't do his job and then tells me that I should be doing mine.
You and I both know very good and well that your father has other people to handle these things now.
Yes, but who did he ask to keep an eye on her?
Not me. I haven't been around.
Sure.
Speaking of that, good Sir Heindel, was it?
Yes.
What did you mean by off-planet?
Oh, he's a realm traveler. He can go almost anywhere. He's probably been off in... Have you been in Brenham lately?
Realm
Yes.
Sorry, what?
I've been to Brenham. I've been to several different places.
I believe Pelly was... Go ahead, Pelly, sorry.
Kahuna's eyes just get big, and it's that classic anime sparkle of, oh, new information, new wondrous information, this is a new book, and she basically opens like an empty book and quill and goes, Realm Traveler, now hold on there, sugar, you got some stories to tell.
I don't think you guys will have time for that. Aren't you supposed to be, I don't know, gathering information? Is that what you said? I personally thought Queen Atara had hired someone to destroy that kingdom.
No, we were told we have to go do something about the chaotic tendencies that are being spread. Emily, what on earth did your mother say exactly? I love your mother, but I swear she zones on and on about certain things and made no god dog sense to me.
Well, Pearl is partially correct. We're not supposed to destroy the whole thing, but maybe get rid of... Actually, technically, I guess someone's already done it for us. Get rid of the influencers of the chaotic tendencies, which means there's just the chaotic god, as she puts air quotes on God at that point.
God? Yeah, right. What the hell that means. So we're just supposed to get rid of people saying chaos is good, so her balance stays good, but she can't have balance without the chaos. I'm starting to think Bob was right when he called your mother a hypocrite. That's just plain on confusing.
She said you can have balance without the occasional imbalance. But what these guys are doing, as Pearl will cut in, it's not just imbalance. It's insane. It's crazy. It's, in all honesty, I agree with Queen Atara. They should go. Oh,
But-
ow! How did I do that? Ow!
First of all, are you okay? Second of all, but in order to have balance, you need chaos. How bad are these chaotic tendencies getting that you need to get rid of it? Like, how, hold on, wait, what on earth is this chaotic tendency even is? Now I'm even more concerned, hold on.
Starting needless wars is the chaotic tendency. Ah, goddamn! How? Give me a minute, guys.
War?
At this point, the elf just sighs and taps the ash out of his pipe as he tucks it away. Alright. I guess it's time you get to the full story.
Please, if you wouldn't be so kind. You know what? Why don't we just set up camp for a quick second? I think we are either going to need to sit down and
Maybe we
just-
can talk and walk. How far is the temple from here?
Oh, we could do that. That's a good idea.
It's not that far. Actually, just about another hour's way that way, I think.
Long enough for us to get more of an explanation, I think.
Although, weren't you on the time-sensitive quest of seeing Queen Atara? Or whatever?
Oh no, it can wait. Trust me. It'll be handled in time. I'm much more patient than your father.
Uh-huh. And who sent you on this mission, though? Who sent you on this mission, is my question.
I sent myself.
Oh, that's new. Okay. Well, let's go. I would like to see how you play your instruments, though, sir. Oh, wait, I forgot. He left. He's not back yet.
She
Oh, well.
says to Andy, who's just zoned out. I don't think
Can-
he's
Yeah,
on
and
the-
Andy's processing. He's got the buffering circle above his head.
I was about to say, can I just see if they have any like problems with their clothing, making sure that they're all perfectly spick and span?
Give me a perception check. I want to know where you got that emoji from. Also, Crow, I kind of tried to fill you in. Yeah.
It's called Streamer Friends. I have many.
19. So yeah, no. Pearl's clothes are slightly torn here and there because she's been living in the woods for who knows how long at this point.
Heimdall's clothes are just absolutely immaculate in how well kept they are. Like, regardless of how he folds his arms or motions, how he steps, whatever he does, like they just seem to stay clean. They don't seem that somehow they don't get wrinkled. Like these things just stay in perfect, pristine condition.
And Holden just looks over to the miss and says, "Madam, may I help you with your clothes? They seem like they need a good sewing up."
maybe when we get to the temple and I can get changed into something so that I'm not completely... I'm sorry, I don't trust needles around my body, so I'm not going to let you sew them while they're on me, and I'm disrobing.
Very much so. That's understandable. It just looks like you're, hey, I see a problem that could probably use with a good stitch.
You
So I'm
don't
gonna help
just
him out.
ask to stitch someone. Well, it's either you're gonna stitch him on the person, or you're basically asking her to derobe. How rude! You don't do. Carmen.
So what did I just say?
No.
And
Shush.
what did I
Shush it.
just say? I said we can wait until the temple. Now hush your mouth.
No. No, let's go.
At this point, the elf just goes, "That's enough of that."
I come back and the first thing I hear is you're asking her to derobe. What the hell did I miss?
Holden made a 19 to see if their clothes needed to be fixed. One's perfectly no damage to the clothing at all. The other one needs some stitch work done. So Holden just offered hey, I could help fix this for you. It'll cost you a dime, right? And apparently, even though she said, I would rather wait until we get to the temple, which Holden did agree to, right? Holden said, all right, then, we'll wait until then, right? Apparently.
Oh no, we're on another manners rant.
With another manners rant. And I'm like, whoa, now, I agreed to wait until we got to the temple.
It's the fact you asked in the first place. Without just saying you look like you need to stitch up, maybe let's get to the get to the temple and I'll stitch up your clothes. You just basically asked, take off your clothes, I'm gonna stitch them up for you while we walk. What do you want me to take that as?
Anyway, also
Why
for
does it seem like someone's a bit jealous right now?
Oh god. But as for Andy,
Okay, moving on.
Pearl did tell Andy she would like to see when they get to the temple. She would like to see how he plays his instruments. So you might get another chance to do another 30-second song.
Noted.
So, but anyway, let's all head to the temple, and Heimdall, you can do your little story thing. She doesn't actually touch him, but she does that little flick motion towards him, like, I don't like you.
He smiles and he just bows slightly to Pearl as he turns on his heels and starts walking towards the temple.
Emily's gonna lean over to Andy. Is it just me, or do those two not seem to get along?
Andy will whisper back, it's almost like they're siblings.
No.
Again! You were saying, Rumpel, sorry?
So, as Heimdall turns to walk, he kind of waits for everyone to catch up. He walks a little bit slower than he normally would, not taking his full stride, because he doesn't want to get way ahead of everyone like he could. Any reactions? Ellie, you're blipping in and out. Are you trying to say something?
No, I didn't even realize. I was doing something else for a quick, and all I heard was he was waiting for us. Kahuna's just gonna
waiting very patiently.
Kahuna's gonna dust herself off, pick up her book and quill, and immediately bolt over to Heimdall, put the quill to the book, look at him expectingly like, ooh, story time. You got stories to tell, and I got stories to write.
Anybody else have any reactions here?
Anessa's kind of following close behind Heimdall and Kahuna as well, wanting to kind of hear the stories as well.
Holden just keeps moving the cart and waiting until we get to the temple. He just moseys along with the cart being pulled and towed.
Anybody else? Bob's in his own little world, we know. Does Matori
Bob is
have
just being Bob.
He's waiting for another chance to pop out that gumbo pot.
Hi, Camo.
Sorry, she hit the button. Camo.
Camo, we need a deception roll. Please give us a deception roll to prove to this party that you are not a cat. You are a human.
Oh, hi to you too, Camo.
Madam, I don't think arguing that you're a human is the difference than rolling me a deception check with disadvantage. Come on now.
The cat is getting us off topic here. So Rumple, real quick thing, I'm texting you.
Yeah. I am waiting very patiently. Patiently, impatiently.
I realized how against Heimdall's character that would be, but that is the point.
Well,
So, Heimdall just sort of sighs as everyone sort of catches up around him. He said, okay. Firstly, you should know the name.
If you say
Her
it
name.
and he pops up, I am slapping you. You hear from Pearl.
It's not like you've seen him in a few years anyway.
Oh yeah, no, when was the last time he visited me? My birthday 300 years ago?
You also kind of ran away, but I digress. That is a conversation between us for later.
so
sorry.
a name?
2 names, to be correct. Firstly, the name of the queen you were hired to go against. Her name is Kyra. And as of right now, according to this, he waves just this little bottle that's kind of got some sand in the bottom of it, and it seems like glowing, kind of like it's a tracing thing. And then he tucks it back inside his coat. She's hiding in the kingdom we just came from. I will handle that momentarily. As far as the chaos goes, that varies.
What do you mean, sugar?
Hang on a second. He's getting a correction message real quick. Okay, never mind. I need it corrected. Please continue, Rumple.
As far as the chaos itself, most of it started with, well, he is my good friend. He is also occasionally a little bit more chaotic than he should be. Most know him as Rumpelstiltskin.
Occasionally. We're going to go with occasionally? Please.
He does have a real name. You know that.
Oh, yes, I know. I know. But still, if he pops up now because you said that one, I'm slapping you.
Talking.
Ow!
What's so bad about saying this friend's name, Sugar? Exactly?
By saying his name on occasion, you can summon him, as Lady Lena has done on many occasions, as well as Lady Dagger and his wife. Yet he never managed to appear for me when I do it.
He chooses when to answer and when not to. But again, conversation for later. The world that he comes from is both balanced and chaotic. And upon entering this world and finding more imbalances than balances, he decided that the most chaotic thing to do would be to provide balance. And has proceeded to turn many things upside down. In some ways, he's correcting something that got uncorrected several thousand years ago, and in other ways, he's making it worse.
So it kind of sounds like it's not this queen in this other kingdom we're after, it's this guy?
I mean, so to speak. Although I do believe the reason you got hired was more personal. Why don't you tell them that story, Heindel? Or do you know it?
Thanks to some recent engagements, I do know. The queen who hired you used to be Rumpelstiltskin's warlock.
What now?
Warlock. She drew her power from him for a very long time, and then he chose to leave her.
To be fair, she left him.
As I recall, she never stopped worshipping him until he ditched her, which then led to the kingdom falling out of balance.
Karuna's eyes just go wide as she just slowly turns to Emily and goes, "What on earth are they on about? What's actually going on, Emily? What mission are we on? And who are we actually facing here? Is it this queen or is it this God, no, I don't know if I can even say his name. Whoever this chaotic thingamaboo is. What on earth is going on?"
We intend for you to face the queen, although apparently that's going to be more difficult than previously anticipated. Mother and my little spat with the god isn't really anything to do with it.
Again with the gods. Oh my god. If it has nothing to do with it, but he's causing all this chaotic tendency, ain't that something to do with it?
I suppose he's giving himself something to do with it. Though, our spat had nothing to do with him until... well, Pearl's right. Until he left Mom. And then, literally, started causing unnecessary wars on the other side of the sea. Our concern is that it was bad.
Okay, so two people say that he left your mom, but he's telling us that your mom left him. Who's right here? It seems 2 against 1, but this guy seems to have more info than what you two are telling me. Now I'm just... Will someone just tell us what the hell's going on?
Heimdall says. It was sort of a little bit of both. The warlock chose to disobey a direct order from him, and as per Patron's allowance, he decided he didn't like the order she disobeyed and pulled her powers.
Yeah. A lot of good your friend pulling out did. Like Pearl said, we've had issues ever since. Emily is now glaring at Heimdall worse than Pearl.
Pull power? What? Nobody can pull powers from people. That's all make-believe. What on... Oh, my lord. Oh.
You don't believe in the gods, do you, Kahuna?
There ain't no such thing as higher beings. There's just a place you go after. No one's there when you call.
Heimdall just starts laughing so hard.
They're like, oh my god, here he goes again.
Listen here, you believe what you want to believe. But every time anyone's called I've ever known, no one's answered. So I'm glad someone's apparently answered for your make-believe belief. But ain't nobody answered. You see the world a little differently than I do, Mr. Basine.
We all see the world differently.
Go ahead, Ian.
We all see the world differently. But just because we don't see or hear from something does not mean it is not there.
Oh, no, not even that.
Heimdall smiles at this comment. He says, the fact that no one answered is part of the chaos that my friend is currently causing. He may or may not be trying to create a hierarchy or pantheon that does, but in the process is damaging the existing one.
That's
Please do try to get Queenie Nadira on your side, Heimdall. I'm sure she'd love to. As Pearl's just glaring at him.
Honestly, I'm just lucky my friend is still responding to me at this point.
Heimdall's gonna look at Malator? Was it Malator?
No, Matori.
Malator was the dragon. This is Matori.
Matori. Why do you choose End? Okay. He's gonna look at Matori. And he's gonna say, something about you seems familiar. Have we met before?
As Pearl's gonna hit him on the back of the head.
We have not met, but maybe you are familiar with my friend. Tall, gray skin, red and green cloak, and brown bandages around most of his body. The only thing it doesn't cover is his fingers, head, and a bit of his feet. But aside from that, that is what I could describe about him.
Yes, yes. He does sound familiar. He says as he flicks Pearl's hair.
I'm sorry, you should have noticed that sooner. That was the first thing I noticed about him, besides the fact that he's made of boulders.
Yes, yes, yes. Details, details, details. We're working on many things here. Besides, there were other things to go about at the moment. So, if you don't mind...
I do mind. I mind the fact that you just pop up in the woods with no fucking warning.
Who do you think I learned that from?
Yes. Oh, yes, you and father. Wonderful, yes. Actually, he's not even my father, is he? But either way, I should flex his nose.
Wait, so is the reason that the Gator is calling me Boulder Boy is because I'm partly made out of boulders, but that I look like I'm made out of boulders? How have I only just realized this?
Ah, sweet honey iced tea. We are so off track. Oh, you know what? You know what? Holden, you take over. I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna keep walking. I'll finish my story later. Oh my lord.
As
Just
you
Holden
guys-
Holden just points to the cart like, you know, you can just go sit with a swamp puppy and he'll help keep company, right?
No, I need to keep walking. If I stop walking, I'll start thinking. I don't need to think right now because I got so many. Something ain't right here. Someone's not telling us the truth. We're going after a queen who's missing. This queen is causing wars. These wars are caused also by this chaotic being. Who is this Heimdall's friend? Who Heimdall's related to Miss Pearl. Miss Pearl is related to the queen. The queen is the sister. Emily's mother wants us to go after her sister who's missing. I am.
Hey, Rumple, do you think
Heindel
you
just
broke-
smiles and bows slightly and says, "Welcome to the family tree of my friend. I hope you enjoy it."
It is very chaotic since he married my mother. As Pearl is just still glaring. And mind you, in the distance you are seeing it's mostly overtaken, and I wish I had an image for this, but it's mostly overtaken by nature, but it's a marble temple.
Interesting.
Surrounding the temple, kind of like walking in and out, you were gonna see just a bunch of dryads, and there's a couple of fae there as well, but it's mostly just dryads. And they all seem to be very focused on both maintaining the temple and its altar, as well as you'll see that they have like food and some herbs, some health potions, but these don't look like the health potions that you got from the town. These look much different in overall appearance, like they're made from pure nature, so to speak.
On the like at the entrance, you can see a statue of the image that I just put in. So.
Do we see a statue or the lady or the actual lady?
You see a statue.
People just love making statues of women. Yeah, great models, I guess.
Pearl will grab Heimdall by his collar. Right, it's been fun, but this is as far as we can see you, as he has his mission, and I need to get back to my part of Divinia's worship. Come on, Heimdall!
Kahuna's gonna turn to the two and
Holden pops up. Madam, didn't I offer you to repair your dress for you?
You see her kind of facepalm. Right. Fine. Heimdall, you have your mission. I guess I gotta stay for a few minutes. But yeah, and she kind of just she doesn't fully push him, but she does kind of shove him in a semi-playful way.
Kahuna's gonna call out to Heimdall.
He chuckles
come
and like
back and tell us little
adjusts
stories.
everything. Go ahead, Pelly. Sorry. Continue.
She was just gonna call out to Heimdall like, "You're a strange one, but you come on back and tell us more stories someday, all right?"
He chuckles as he adjusts everything and he says, "Oh, I'm not going anywhere yet." Despite looks at Pearl and gives her just like a stare. What she says.
You love to spite me. Anyway, shall we enter the temple? I don't think we came all this way just to look at it.
Right then, let's roll.
Holden just pipes up to Bob. Bob, are you gonna watch the cart?
What?
You gonna watch my cart for me?
Yeah.
All right.
Goes back to reading the book.
He must really love that book. Good for him. Good for him. Take some time to... Oh, Lord. Oh, my.
Need I ask one question? Where the hell did Ash go?
Ash's mom needed to call her, or was calling her.
Oh, noted.
But yep, let's get on into this Temple of Nature's Assassins. That ain't a terrifying name. No, not at all. No.
As you guys enter the temple, I'm pulling up the image right now. Yeah, you see all these fae and dryads, but there are a few humans in the mix. Okay, where'd you go? I know you're around here somewhere, you stupid image. You know what? We're skipping that one, and we're just gonna go with this one.
Having technical difficulties over there.
Yeah, we have. Twitch has canceled our live stream just for everybody's information. We are still live on YouTube, however. So.
What do you mean it canceled our live? Well, you know what?
So what has happened is I have purchased for Streamlabs so I can multi-stream. What is happening is when I go to my page on Twitch, it is showing my stream is offline page, both on my phone and on my laptop and on my main PC. YouTube, however, when I go to check YouTube, it shows the entire stream.
Oh, that's weird.
Yo.
It's still live on my end. I've had it up this entire time.
Yo, Duckman.
Hmm?
Toss me your YouTube one right quick.
Sure thing.
Anyway, Kebab, I mean, I guess you don't need to worry about it since it's offline.
Well, no, I still do need to worry about it because it's on YouTube still, so.
Well, image number 6.
It's up.
Okay.
Who was it that
checking to
asked for the link?
Sniper.
Rifleman, sniper.
All right.
Do you want me to keep an eye on your stream on Twitch? Because it's still up and running on my end.
It should be okay. I still have the chat up for that.
Okie dokie.
But no, there's a few humans. This is one of the humans you see. Yes, I have a thing for black and white and red. Leave me alone.
I will not leave you alone. I will tease you about it endlessly.
Oh, hush. Black and red is your character's wife's colors. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, before we get too off track, does anybody have a reaction to this? And Rumple, do you have your NPC for this section up and ready to go?
I think I sent you something, but I gotta go find it. Oh no, memento.
Well, how do you do, stranger? Don't mind us. Just stopping by for a quick sec. That's all.
Just a quick second, you guys say? Pearl, it's good to see you again. Right. Well, if you're friends of Pearl, I guess you're friends of ours. Sorry, we're working on a situation a little further in the woods.
Holden just pops up and he was like, situation.
Pearl simply just nods to the girl real quick, leaves, finds a temple outfit before returning with the torn dress for Holden, as the other girl kind of just rubs her forehead. Unfortunately, as much as we are assassins, we do respect Davinia. And it seems her realm is in a bit of trouble.
Holden now being handed this dress, he's just like he just starts stitching and just talking. So, in paying respects to Davinia, you said that the realm's going chaotic.
I mean, I guess you could say that. She had a run-in with, I don't know his name. He's one of the newer gods. Either way, shortly after her run-in with him, part of the woods started dying out, as well as draining the life from the town nearby, it seems.
Oh, great. More god mumbo jumbo. So you need help then? I'm assuming?
Well, we'd appreciate a little bit of help. Though not from him, as she motions to Heimdall. He is, after all, connected to the one. He is, after all, connected to the one who caused the issue.
I just see Holden finish with the dress while keeping good locked eye contact with them. There you go, madam. And he just hands it back, all nice and pristine. There you go, madam. Should hold up a little bit better now, if you run through some thorn bushes.
Thank you.
Chat for most of this.
Yes, I like that. Yes. I thought that was in the group chat. Hold on a second, trying to get my phone plugged. Yep, there we go. But yeah, no, the woman is very adamant that should she ask for their help, Heimdall not help with it. As Pearl will take the dress, go back, and change back into it.
This is because of his chaotic friend now, isn't it?
We believe so. After all, it wasn't until after she met with him that it started happening.
Heimdall seems to be just in deep thought as he sort of sits there and rolls over a couple things. And as he's sitting there thinking, the picture that I just sent, you see this gentleman walk out from a corner of the temple. He was in one of the back rooms, and he walks over and nudges the girl. He says, Now, be nice about this all."
I'm sorry, they bring his friend into our temple. I don't think even Divenia would be very pleased with that.
Oh, how do you do now, stranger?
Oh, right,
He'll lightly smile at Kahuna, as he just nudges the woman again in like a brotherly way. Blah, words. Now, sis, you know you're making assumptions. It's very dangerous to do that.
I'm sorry, what do you expect? She meets him, and then her tree starts dying.
Well then, motions at the group. We have them figure it out for us. And we offer something in return. Isn't that how bargains work?
I suppose. I'm still just not pleased about him being in the temple in the first place. She's just glaring at Heimdall.
Lightly, the guy who called her sister flicks her on the shoulder.
Oh,
Keep in mind, all are welcome.
I still haven't gotten your name now, sir.
My name is not of importance at the moment.
Okay, to each to their own. You said you can offer us something in exchange, though, right?
We have supplies available.
Many potions and, naturally gifts, as it were.
Kahuna's gonna look to the group and just go, well, more supplies help these guys? What do you think?
Andy will nod his head. More supplies are always appreciated.
Holden looks over and says, what was it? Holden just looks over at this and he goes, depending on the job, can't hurt to help.
Bob has no input.
Yeah, Bob's watching the cart. Where's Bob? Over in the cart.
I'll go grab Bob in a second. Emily, what do you think?
I mean, it couldn't hurt anything. As mind you see Pearl kind of just shake her head like, I'm not going near that thing again.
Matori, what do you think?
I'm fine with it, whatever. Just depends on what we're doing, is all.
That's almost everyone. We'll bring Bob, but he'll probably agree. He himself's a druid, right?
Do we know that?
Oh, last I know that he's a voodoo man.
Voodoo. You know what? We'll ask him later.
Wait a minute, you have a voodoo man available? As you see the pale woman, she just lights up at that.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't I go get him? You guys negotiate and figure out what we need to do. I'll go get Bob. And she turns around and starts marching back to the cart, determined to get their swamp puppy out and touching grass.
Yes.
Good luck with that.
He's reading a
boy.
I hope he does. Like, you know better than to freaking.
Kahuna better poke him with a long stick and make sure that he doesn't snap at her.
Right?
Oh, don't you worry now.
Actually, I want to see that before we continue.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's go.
Even. Kahuna marches her way over to the cart and stares at Bob. Bob, sugar, can you hear me?
So that what that potion does. Oh, hey, Kahuna.
Hiya, Bob. So, I have a question for you.
I have a possible answer.
Your voodoo badoo-doo. Is that like something really cool and special?
To me, yeah.
So if I were to say I found someone else who really seems to like voodoo, would you like to meet them?
It's not what she would hope.
You see him just remove his little reading glasses and put them in his little side hip pouch, close the book, put it back into the bag of holding, and then just clamber out of the cart with his pot on his back and just poof. Where they at?
The second he slams into the ground, Kahuna slightly lifts off the ground and lands and stumbles like, oh my, oh Lord. Well, follow me, my dear gator puppy. They need some help. Something about... I'm sure you were probably listening in. Probably not. So there was a bit of a chaotic mumbo-jumbo, something about gods. You know, all the... Wish-wash, not important. They're
Just mid-combo, you just get Bob holding up a thing and go, Bob wasn't asked questions, so Bob really wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Kahuna then inhales and basically goes, right, so the singing lady that we bumped into earlier.
It was a singing
She's-
lady?
Yeah, I know, you weren't paying attention. So we bumped into the singing lady. Turns out, she has a sister. That sister is the queen that we're at, that we were sent to go after by the hypocrite lady, right? And then we met the singing lady's Pearl, that's her name, Pearl's brother, Heimdall. Heimdall's also related to this queen, right? Apparently, this queen, the queen we're after, is missing. And she's missing, but Heimdall knows where she is, apparently. Whole other thing, not important. Anyway, we were going to stop here to get more information before we go and, sail off to the other land. But they have a situation. Some big important tree is dying because Heimdall's Fred is very chaotic and does chaotic things, which throws things out of balance. So, in exchange for helping them, and you getting to meet this lovely little lady who just lit up, whole bright-eyed smile at the word of voodoo, we're gonna get more lots of potions and stuff, all dryad stuff. So, I was hoping your voodoo hoodoo would help us along. Did you get all that, or do I need to repeat and go slower?
So what you're telling me is the little Miss Hypocritical ain't just a hypocrite. She also a liar for not telling us everything going on.
Yeah. There's a. Apparently, she was like whatever the hell a warlock is. She apparently left the chaotic friend, but the chaotic
warlock
friend...
is bad, mumbo jumbo. Warlock is bad juju kind of stuff, but it's whatever. So basically, what you need me to do is you need me to go and he sort of points to the building that he's standing in front of, into that place. Talk to the person that lit up when they heard the word voodoo. See if I can fix their dying tree, and then Bing Bad Bob do his work.
Well, we're all gonna help you, of course. I'm not gonna let you do all the work. But yeah, pretty much. Will you help me? She gives you the Giant's blind.
Oh no! Before you even get like the kitty soft pores, Puss in Boots eyes, he just goes.
Perfect.
I love this. I love you guys as players. I want you to know.
Kahuna will reach out her hand, grab Bob's giant clawed hand, and just...
Would she even be able to grab his whole hand, or would she just, like, grab one of his fingers and pull?
Probably grab... Well... How big is Bob again?
Pretty big.
Uno moment.
Because I know Kahuna's 5'4".
I'd say Kahuna would be able to... I'd say Kahuna will be able to grab three fingers at best.
2 or 3 fingers.
Well, let's hear what Bro has
7
to say
foot
about
tall, 250 pounds.
Yeah,
Like I said,
She's gonna grab at least one of his claws, and she's gonna yank him along. And I will roll a strength check if you need me to for that.
Bob just walks. He said
Oh,
yes.
man! You take out the fun of everything.
Well, I'm more curious
What?
if Bob
You want
was
to Kahuna in the mud or something?
It's the
I
whole
was more
thing.
curious.
It's the whole thing of you would try and move him, but because it's 250 pounds plus however many pounds we found out his pot weighs.
No, it's not her trying to lift him, it's her just yanking him. Like a sudden jolt to get him moving a lot faster than what he was prepared to move.
Oh no, yeah, he's just walking, so he'd probably get the and just keep going at the speed too.
I was about to say, I was surprised to say that he forgot about what Holden asked him to do, was watch over the cart.
Oh, pish posh, we'll deal with that later.
The cart's not going anywhere yet.
What were you saying, Rumple?
Nothing. I was just enjoying this interaction. Don't mind me. I'm not plotting. Continue.
Rumple.
Can I make my strength roll or not? I just want to see something.
Go for it.
No.
If you wish to,
No?
I'll contest it as well if you want me to.
Well, no, I don't want you. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Forget it.
No, I said if you want me to. If you want me to, Pelly. If you want me to do it, I will.
No, he's already walking. There's no point. Not
No,
fun.
The minute the Gator Man is within sight of the woman, you just see her turn to her brother, kind of just like, this could be the group to do it. They could fix it.
And you see him just sort of like put his hands out. He's like, sis, calm down. It's okay. Hold your horses.
Seeing the excitement on this lady he has not met is, ma'am, Bob think your excitement's way up here, like just up above he's got one hand up above his head. You need to be like way down here. And he's got brings it all the way down to about where his knee is.
Oh, Bob, don't throw yourself under the wagon.
No, this is great. It's good that you have someone who knows about voodoo magic. How do we explain the situation here, brother?
You got a sick tree. Want me to watch the tree?
he'll move his head and forth like, yeah, no, that's the basic gist of it. Yes.
You got a sick tree. Take Bob to what tree?
It's about another day and a half walk, I think.
Did I
To the west.
ask where the tree was? I asked to take to the tree.
Look,
Okay,
ma'am,
okay,
sir, we're
okay.
in no hurry. Our quest is on hold because the person we're looking for is missing. So we can take our time, as far as I'm aware.
Right.
The gentleman just sort of shrugs as he like eyes and walks over to a corner and picks up a pack and just slings it over his shoulder. He says, "Okay, let's get going then."
As the girl will do the same. Meanwhile, Pearl is glaring at Heimdall and then just looks to the group. This is as far as I go. I've been to this site before. I don't really want to get around it again.
Whatever floats your boat, sugar.
Rumble, any response from Heimdall?
Is Pearl walking out?
Pearl is leaving. So.
Yeah, Heimdall's just gonna sort of bow to the group and just follow Pearl. Like, he doesn't even say goodbye or anything. He just smiles charmingly and just bows at the waist sort of stiffly and then just walks off.
All of your
Pearl. What?
I said all of your characters seem to be stiff.
I could say something, but I'm not. Anyway, continuing.
I hate you.
Tell us stories.
May I do a quick thing, DM?
Yes, go for it.
Rumple?
Ow! Not the bonk. No bonk. Not allowed.
Anyway, as the female will start leading them back out the temple. Right. By the way, my name's. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go with it. My name's Luna. She says softly.
Well, nice to meet you, Luna. I'm Kahuna, and these are the rest of the gangs. That was a sign to introduce yourselves, you dumb boats.
Bob just looks to Luna and just goes, "Bob, name Bob. Give me a second." As you then see him just sort of cough and then just sort of collapse onto the ground. But he catches himself right before he impacts, and now where Bob stood is a riding horse as he wild shapes.
Well, that's
Well-
new.
That's Emily is just gonna kind of facepalm like I should have seen that coming.
Kahuna just
Good.
slowly blinks and just... You could have done that the whole damn... Alright. Normal day, not happening soon. Wow, hold on.
All this time, and now you do it. What was that?
Kahuna looked at Holden and basically said, wow, he really made you the horse with pulling the cart. He could have pulled the cart the whole time.
That's literally what I was about to say. Hey, Holden, we finally have a horse for your cart.
Well, I've carried that cart multiple times. As light as light can be, even with a gator in the back of it.
Again,
Right
we'll
now,
talk about that whole thing
the
later.
gator is it. Just so you are aware, right now the gator is a horse with 60 feet of movement.
Well then.
Does that
Shall
horse
we-
have like 6 legs?
It's a riding horse. It goes fast.
Horse goes zoom.
All I'm gonna say is I never thought I'd hear the phrase, "The gator is a horse."
That's what's catching.
Of all the things to hear.
The gator is a horse, radiates the same energy as the heavy is a spy.
I mean, still, I mean, when would you come across a situation where you hear that? The gator is a horse.
Only in D&D, bruh. Only in D&D. Anyway, continuing on.
Only in D&D do you hear these things.
It's a human. No, it's a gator. No, that's a horse.
As Emily
Okay, continuing before we get off track.
Yes, because we only have a few hours left. Emily's gonna look at it. Okay, that answers a lot of questions. Shall we, Luna went that way, right? Let's go. She just kind of walks away. Just walking away.
Kahuna's
Bob.
just gonna shrug and just go, alright then.
Bob just sort of waits around a little bit. Yeah, Bob just sort of waits around a little bit for someone to get on top of him, and if no one does, he's just gonna go ahead and kind of catch up with the rest.
Kahuna's gonna do a run and just immediately climb on top of Bob and go, this is more I like it.
And like that, we're off.
Yeah!
We're off to see
As
the
they
wizard.
run off, the
I'm sorry.
guy is just gonna be like, "What?" And he just like,
Now we're sticking close to the guide. We're just
like,
moving.
runs after them. You what?
We're sticking close to the guide.
Okay. Yeah, because he's just like starts to try and start running after him, just like, oh man.
You know you can't keep up with a running horse, brother.
Well, you seem to be trying too, so.
You know, there's something called, "Hey buddy, can you slow down?" She calls to the horse.
Whoa! Kahuna's had the time of her life.
As stated before, Bob has slowed down, and he's standing within 5 feet from the tour guide, just up ahead.
So you were saying about us trying to keep up with it? As she kind of flicks him in the ear.
Hey, no.
You know, I'm not even gonna say a word. So, I noticed we had a music man back there. Any chance? I don't know. I haven't had music in a while. Can you play us some?
What kind of tune would you like?
Oh, it's been a while since we've had. The last bard to visit the temple was Pearl, and Pearl hasn't been in the temple for a while. Entirely your.
Nobody knows where we're going. We're off to see the crooked tree. But everyone is going with us here, you see. a healing mission we go. Guided by a horse we follow.
Well, that's definitely different from Pearl's style. So, how did y'all meet? I mean, you're all together, so how'd y'all meet?
Matori turned to Emily. Would you like to explain the story of how we met, Emily?
I'm gonna let other people respond to that before Emily says a word.
Oh, the whole well, for one, you can definitely blame the horse that was once a gator. That was once a voodoo man.
A very smug look comes across the horse's face.
I swear to all hell you get that smug look off your face before I kick you.
Holden, any response, or does Emily get to tell the story? Because this is gonna be fun either way.
Snipe?
The smug face disappears, and there's a very apologetic, just nay.
Sorry about that. I had to run around the room really quick, trying to get my cat. What happened?
So Luna asked how y'all met, and immediately Matori turned to Emily and went, "Do you want to explain that?" Pelly is blaming the gator that is now a horse. But so any response from you?
Holden just basically pipes up and says, "Well, interesting thing. There was a lot of guards involved, and we all got shuffled into a castle for some reason."
I apologized when you got there. God.
And the thing is, it was Southern hospitality that kind of got us in and out, and then back in, taught us mess. A weird trifecta.
For the music man there, he has been a staple at the town tavern. So when we stopped by for information and he found out where we were heading, we kind of picked him up and took him along. But other than that, yeah, okay, it's kind of my fault. There, you happy? I said it. It's my fault, Matori.
Andy looks when he gets mentioned, and you just hear him go quietly, "Aw."
As you see Luna just smiling to herself at this point as she nudges her brother, kind of just excited that this is possibly the group to fix the problem.
As long as you admitted that you were in the wrong, then I forgive you. For now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. At that point, Emily just turns to Andy. Is it out of tune again? Didn't you just get it tuned like yesterday?
Andy responds, "Nah, I'm just messing around with harmonics."
Okay. As about this time, the sun's starting to go down again. And actually, I think, Kebab, we have a sound that I would like to use.
Okay.
Hold on 2 seconds. Let me find it again. Come on, look. Yes. Ha. Okay.
I'm back. Sorry, I was grabbing food.
Number 20 on the soundboard, please. That's how the woods start to sound. So. Anyone can respond while it's playing, because I'm pretty sure it's going to play. Never mind. But yeah, no, anyone can respond to that.
Sounds like it's getting dark.
I didn't realize how fast the sun went down. Huh, we can
Sun
almost
does
look
fly
tomorrow.
when you're on the road, so I think we got like a bit of daylight left to set up at least a campfire.
Oh, right, camping. As Emily reaches into her bag of folding, I got tents for everyone except for the gator and, you, Holden. I couldn't find one your size, Emily says.
And just, Holden just says, wait a minute. I think I can manage on my own. And curiosity question. My cart is still back at the temple, correct?
Unless you... Yes.
Okay, cool. I got a way of working around this. So Holden just pulls out like a piece of fabric that he's been having in his bag since the last time he basically made a thing for Bob. And he takes this fabric and he starts like hitching up with some sticks. Very small little thing that he can, manage to just sleep in for the night.
Remind me to look into a custom tent for you later. As she starts handing the tents out real quick before people start, looking for resources for the night.
As everyone starts setting up tents, the guy that's walking with them, he just climbs a tree, stretches out on one of the branches, and just starts snoozing.
What can we...
Curiosity question, actually.
Yes.
Are there two trees close together?
Yes, there is.
I got an idea.
Hammock.
Oh boy.
Do you mind if I do it?
Go for it.
Okay. So Holden pulls out this he pulls up some of his twine that he has been sparing and bundled about, and he just starts wrapping it around the tree as he takes this fabric that he's had in his back pocket to make sure if anybody had ripped another dress or the cloak got managed to get damaged and they needed a brand new one. He just makes a quick hammock that can be set up in a matter of minutes. And he just climbs into the hammock. He just relaxes. And he just casually, ever so slightly, just stretches out. Next thing you know, you see this giant spider. He just de-shifts. And he just see this giant spider human just laying in this hammock and surprised how this hammock is still holding him.
I really thought I wasn't up. Slow blinks, head in hand. What incarnation?
As Luna kind of looks around, her brother's in a tree. She picks a different area and actually just lays down on a mossy bed. Just straight up a bed of moss. As Emily will, focusing, tap the ground real quick, and as she did under Bob's pot in the shack, cast Create Bonfire to give them a campfire for the night.
Andy pipes up and says, "Now why'd you have to go and do that? Couldn't you have just used Fireball and have it be just as effective?"
Fireball can get out of control, Andy. Now why don't you guys get settled in your tents for the night? I will take first watch.
Tori is just sitting by the fire, not having set up his tent, and is just staring at the fire.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I lost my freaking 1, 2, 4. Yeah, can I get a number 35 on that soundboard, Duckman? Mind you, this is later in the night.
What number?
35. I don't think that was it. There we go. Now, it just starts in the middle of
What'd you say, Haley?
It just starts raining in the middle of the night. Just straight up rain.
Okay.
Luna's brother just sort of grumbles as he grabs a branch and pulls it over his head, like ties it into place, and then goes back to sleep.
And
Matori still sits by the fire. Matori still sits by the fire, using, and has made a makeshift cover so that the fire can still stay lit. And is still awake.
Holden, they just see Holden in his spiderish form. Just take his cloak that he was wearing and just puts it over his body. Meh.
what about Pelly in her tent?
Kahuna she's wide-eyed, just staring at Holden, just shakes her head and just goes, "Not everyone," and just goes into her tent. Like, she is just, all right, that did happen. That wasn't a dream. All of that actually did happen. Okay, great.
And what about Andy?
He just kind of like pulls his hat over his head, or the cloak cover, rather. Sorry. Kind of pulls the hood over his head and just mutters to himself, "My instruments better not get wet."
I mean, the tents are supposed to be weatherproofed, and I did give you one.
Well, still, I mean, leaks are a thing.
I doubt that those will leak. That's a pretty strong enchantment on them. I'm more worried about the gator over there in his book, but I don't know.
Bob's not reading the book right now.
DM, I'm about to send you a thing. Sorry to do this to you.
Send away. As Emily's going to look at Matori, you know you can get some sleep. I can watch the fire.
I'm not watching the fire. I'm looking at it. It's peaceful. Calm. Gives me a sense of what's the word I'm looking for? Happiness, I guess.
Got a pyromaniac.
No, he just likes the warmth of the fire. I'm not by this fire just to watch it. I'm not here for my own sake. But thank you for your concern. I will rest when need is be.
Hang on 2 seconds here, guys. Guys, I think we should call it a night at this point.
Well,
Why?
we are about to go to sleep, aren't we?
I'm
Exactly.
fine with that.
So I think we're going to call it here.
Okay then.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much. I'm sorry that Twitch broke. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm sorry for all the shit that happened. I'm going to chat with Streamlabs, see if I can get this issue fixed. Anyways, going across here, anyone wanting to plug anything? Going down the line, we have Ian.
Thank you for watching. This is Ian, signing off.
Crow, do you have anything you want to plug?
Negative.
Sniper?
No, other than thank you for enjoying the stream.
Ellie?
Nope, nothing to plug, but we'll be back real soon, y'all. Wow.
Rumple?
Hey everyone. You didn't hear as much from me tonight, but if you want to look me up, or look at joining either my Discord, because I do a lot of DMing and stuff, or if you want to join our wonderful DM Haley's Discord, you can find me on pretty much all socials as @SaltyCraftsman1, that's salty_craftsman1.
And finally, last but not least, Haley.
You can find me on mainly TikTok. At Slytherin Queen CBR. I'm known as Krissa Riddle on there. And friend me on there, let me know that you want to join the Discord, and we will happily hook you up with that.
Alright, and I would ask Ash, but she is not here, unfortunately, but I'm sure that she would want everyone to have enjoyed the stream. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you all for letting me stream this, because honestly, it's been a joy. Thank you all so much, and we're not going to raid today because I don't raid on D&D sessions. So thank you all for watching, and we'll be back 2 weeks from now with the session, and next week on Saturday we will be doing the podcast to talk about what happened. All right, see y'all soon.